The way of the warrior is found in death. Perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye. Do nothing that is of no use. The true strength of a warrior is not measured by his sword, but by his heart. Victory is reserved for those who are willing to pay its price. The sword is the soul of the warrior. A true warrior is one who conquers himself. In the practice of the sword, there is no enemy. Know the enemy, know yourself, and victory is never in doubt. A samurai must remain calm even in the face of danger. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Perfection is not attainable, but its pursuit is. One sword, one life. The warrior's code is to keep death always in mind. The warrior does not fear death, for he knows it is a part of life. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. A true warrior is always prepared to die. To know the sword, study the sword. To know life, study life. A warrior's greatest weapon is his mind. The purpose of training is to tighten up the slack, toughen the body, and polish the spirit. The greatest victory is victory over oneself. There is nothing outside of yourself that can ever enable you to get better, stronger, richer, quicker, or smarter. Everything is within. Perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye. The art of peace is the art of living in harmony with oneself and the world. In the face of chaos, find your inner calm. The greatest honor is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. The sword is a weapon, but it is also a teacher. A samurai's greatest strength lies not in his sword, but in his character. Be swift as the wind, silent as the forest, fierce as fire, and immovable as the mountain. There is no shame in failure, only in not trying. The way of the warrior is to be humble in peace and fearless in battle. True mastery is not in defeating others, but in defeating oneself. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. To win without fighting is the highest form of victory. A samurai must be prepared for death at all times. It is the nature of man to rise to greatness if greatness is expected of him. The warrior's path is a lifelong journey. The true art of the sword is to cut without cutting. Fear is the greatest enemy of the samurai. A true samurai has no reason to be cruel. In battle, if you make your opponent flinch, you have already won. The path of the sword is the path of discipline. A samurai's duty is to protect and serve. The warrior's spirit is not measured by the size of his sword, but by the strength of his heart. The warrior's mind is always sharp, even in the face of adversity. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. The sword is a reflection of the soul. Do not seek to follow in the footsteps of the men of old. Seek what they sought. A true samurai knows when to fight and when to walk away. The warrior who's unattached to life and death is the most fearsome. Get your daily dose of motivation delivered straight to your screen. Don't forget to subscribe and join the quote-loving community.